Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gift. In this video I'll be drafting the structured cape. I already have my upper bodies on this paper. The first line is my shoulder line. I marked my shoulder measurements divided by 2, which is 8 inches. I came down by 1 inch as the shoulder slope, and I marked my round armhole measurements divided by 2, which is 8 inches. Now I'm going to find the midpoint of my armhole line by folding my tape into 2 like this. Then I'm going to go in by half an inch from that midpoint. So on my chest line, I'm going to mark my bust measurements divided by 4. I'm going to connect the midpoint to the bust measurements on the chest line and to the upper part of the armhole line like this. I'm going to connect the neckline area to the midpoint of the armhole line in a slanted way like this. Then I'm going to divide the line into 2. I'm going to fold my tape into 2 equal parts like this to get the midpoint. I'm going to mark the midpoint. Then I'm going to connect the midpoint to my shoulder slope like this. So from the shoulder slope, I'm going to go up by 3 inches like this. I'm going to mark the 3 inches, then I'm going to connect that line to the 3 inches I just marked. I'm going to connect this line to my neckline area like this, and it's going to serve as my new shoulder line. So I'm going to blend it to the previous shoulder line, and this will be the new shoulder line for the cape. Then I'm going to connect that point to the midpoint of the armhole line like this. I'm going to use my curve ruler. From my bust measurement on the chest line, I'm going to go out by 3 inches. Then I'm going to connect the 3 inches to my new shoulder line like this. This side will determine the length of the cape on your arm. Mine is stopping at my chest line, so the length of the cape depends on your preference. You can extend it downwards. For the center of the cape, the center front, I'm going to, from my shoulder line, I'm going to come down by 7 inches. I want it to stop at 7 inches. So I'm going to use my hand to draw the sweetheart neckline. So I'm just going to use my hand to sketch it. Then from the other edge, I'm going to use this curve ruler. From the center, I used my free hand, so I'll be able to get the shape that I want. So I'm just going to join the line and blend it like this. So you can make the center front whatever shape you want it. The length I marked is 7 inches. You can make it longer. It's just the length just depends on your preference. So I'm just going to cut out the excess part of the paper, and this is the front pattern for the cape. Both the width and the depth of the neckline is 3 inches, and this is what the front pattern look like when I open it up. Now I'm going to proceed to the back. I'll be repeating the same thing. I already have my upper bodies here. The neckline for this, the width is 3 inches and the depth is 1.5 inch. So I'm going to mark the midpoint of my armhole line, which is 4 inches. I'm going to go in by half an inch from that midpoint. Then I'm going to mark my bust measurements divided by 4 on my chest line, and I'm going to connect the midpoint to it. I'm basically repeating all I did for the front pattern on this back pattern. I'm going to connect the midpoint of the armhole line to the neckline area like this. Then I'm going to get the midpoint of that line. I'm going to divide the line into two by folding my tape into two equal parts. I'm going to mark the center. Then I'm going to connect the center to my shoulder slope like this. After connecting it to my shoulder slope, I'm going to go up by 3 inches. Then I'm going to extend the line to that 3 inches. I'm just repeating the same thing I did for the front for the back pattern. I'm using the same measurements. If you are drafting this on your fabric, you can draft, if you want to work on your fabric, you can draft the front pattern on the paper and use the front to cut both the front and the back fabric. So I'm going to connect this line to the neckline area like this, and this is going to serve as the new shoulder line. I'm going to connect the new shoulder line to the midpoint of my armhole line like this. Then for my bust measurement on my shoulder line, I'm going to mark 3 inches from there. Then I'm going to connect my shoulder, the new shoulder line to the 3 inches I marked there. I earlier stated that this side will determine the length of the cape on your arm, so you can extend the length if you want to. So from the center of the cape, from my shoulder line, I came down by 9 inches. Then I'm going out by 1.5 inch or 1 inch, I guess. Then I'm going to roll that 1 inch I came out by on a straight line. Then I'm going to connect it like this with my free hand to the other side. Then I'm going to use this curve roller to roll the edge out. Then I'm going to use my free hand to connect this to that line. So I'm using my free hand to get the shape I want to. So from the previous video, the back cape is longer than the front. This is the kind of shape at the back, so you can take whatever shape you want to at the back. So this is what I'm doing for mine. So I'm just going to blend the line together to make it more visible, and this is what the back looks like. I'll not be adding zipper allowance to the back. If you want to use a zipper for the back, you should add your zipper allowance before drafting, so you can open eyelets for the back or add loop to the back, or you can use hook and eye. Whatever you want to do for the back, make sure you do it. So I'm going to cut out the excess part of the pattern, and this is it for the back. After cutting the excess part, I'm going to split the back into two because the back is supposed to be separate. So this is what the front and the back pattern of the cape look like. So with this, we have come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like, you subscribe to this channel if you're not yet a subscriber, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.